Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Comic Review. My name is Eric, and today we're going to see if friendship truly is magic as Wally West tries to capture that spark, so to speak, with the other members of the Titans in this week's issue of Titans Rebirth #1. This book to me kind of completes a trilogy that started with DC Universe Rebirth #1. Wally West first shows up in that book as the narrator of that book. He gets pulled out of the Speed Force by Barry Allen. Then the next place that you see him is in Flash Rebirth #1, which kind of has Barry's point of view from before that story, going into that story, and then developing that a little bit more, showing more interaction between Barry and Wally than was shown in the DC Universe Rebirth special. Wally then leaves Barry in Flash Rebirth #1, and then we get a pick up with him here in Titans Rebirth #1, where he actually tries to jog the memory of the other Titans characters that have been hanging out together over in Titans Hunt. This issue starts out with some more narration from Wally talking about the Teen Titans and how they were a superhero team, more bonded by friendship than anything else. He sees some pictures and other things that were taken that clearly have Wally in them, but then when we get into the present, don't have him there. He's just erased, kind of like Marty McFly's family in Back to the Future. Just every trace of Wally is gone. Wally's in this apartment. You're not clear fully whose it is from the narration, which we'll get to that aspect in a second. But Wally is then confronted by Nightwing. Nightwing, at this point, Dick Grayson has no idea who Wally is. They get into a little bit of a fight. Wally makes physical contact with Nightwing, and somehow the energy coming from Wally is able to jog Nightwing's memory of him, and now Grayson knows everything about Wally. He's getting those memories back. He remembers his history with Wally West, and again, the theme throughout this book is that physical contact is what jogs people's memory. Although I don't believe Barry made physical contact with Wally when he remembered him. However, their connection to the Speed Force is probably what did it there. The rest of this issue is honestly just the rest of the Titans characters showing up, and every one of them having an individual confrontation with Wally. And during the fight, Wally's trying to use the speed to get away from everybody, but he then realizes that not to do that. Let everyone make physical contact with him, and then all their memories are jogged as well. My main complaint about this book is that like some of the other Rebirth specials that came out, my main complaint about this book with other Rebirth specials is that we really don't get a good introduction to who these characters are. Wally mentions each one of them during the various fights and everything, but all we're pretty much given is everyone's first name. We know who Roy is, we know who Dick is, we know who Donna is, Lilith, and Garth, but we don't know last names, we don't know code names for the most part. So if you're a new reader going into this, you really don't recognize who they are, especially if you're someone whose main introduction to these books is either Young Justice or the various Teen Titans cartoons. You don't know who these characters are. So it just, that's probably my one biggest complaint, is that this isn't really a good intro issue for new readers. It's definitely someone, if you've been reading Titans Hunt, you wouldn't know really who these characters are jumping in. This is definitely a book for established readers. I am familiar with the Teen Titans teams. I have various trades with the original appearances. So I know the history of the Titans. So the only thing I didn't fully grasp was when they mentioned, I think, Mr. Twister, who was possibly, I guess, the villain in Titans Hunt. I'll find out more whenever I get the trade for that series. But even the fact that they didn't really explain that all too well, it just makes me believe this is not a new reader-friendly book. When everyone is given their memories back, or whenever they make physical contact with Wally, it's not like battles or major storylines they're remembering. It is like individual character moments that they have with Wally, getting those memories back. Those are the things that fled to them first, before any kind of like epic battles or major storylines or anything like that from pre-Flashpoint. They very much go with the whole theme of friendship and the bond that these characters have. References to Mr. Twister, who I'm assuming is the villain from Titans Hunt, are made. Wally also mentions the 10 years of time that were taken, and tells them that they're going to need to start training and getting ready for whatever the thing is that stole the time from them, that's probably going to happen again, and they need to be ready for it. Obviously, a reference to the possible involvement of the Watchmen characters and messing with the timeline of the New 52. We do see the photograph that Wally looks at the beginning of the book that doesn't have him in it. He shows it again Marty McFly references that he is in the photos again. Story-wise, I like this book. If you're a regular DC reader, you haven't for a while, you're coming back into DC because you skipped the New 52, you should be, for the most part, okay with the characters. References to what was going on in Titans Hunt might bring you down if you weren't a reader of the Teen Titans. I'm really hoping that Titans #1, which comes out, I believe, on July 27th, I'm really hoping that does a better job of introducing these characters to everyone, because this special really didn't do that. Again, you definitely have to have prior knowledge of these characters in order to even attempt to understand this story. And again, this is just one small fight in an apartment building, so really not much goes on. It's just rejogging really quickly the memories of all the different characters. Like I said, this should end the trilogy of Wally West's journey from going from DC Universe Rebirth into Flash Rebirth, now into Titans Rebirth. Hopefully in Titans #1, which comes out again on July 27th, we'll find out if Wally gets another codename or if he's going to go by Flash. From Flash Special, it looks like he is going to go with Flash and not Kid Flash. Definitely not going with Kid Flash, but we'll see if he goes with another codename. As far as I know, this is a once a month shipping book, so whereas other books you have to worry about getting the book twice a month, this book you're only getting one issue a month. So just remember that. Like I said, end of next month, July 27th, is Titans #1, and then #2 will be August 3 and September, so on and so forth. So let me know what you guys thought of the book. Did you enjoy the story? Were you able to understand everything going on? Let me know how well this tied into Titans Hunt. If you can drop me that in the comments. If you're an old school reader who's coming into this with, after skipping the New 52, what do you think of these characters getting back together? And let me know what your overall thoughts on the book were as a whole. So let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next review. Later.